Thank you, Tony. Well, redONE isn't quite like ID Mobile or even UDO for that matter, which we did at Celcom a couple of years back. Some of you may already be familiar with redONE, having spoken at many of these MVNO conferences. But just as a recap, just in case, we started out in 2008. Previously, we were known as redONE Mobile and as the only postpaid MVNO in Malaysia. But in 2012, three of us took over. I was seconded from Celcom at the time Chief MVNO Officer, so it's a bit of a incestuous relationship. And we relaunched redONE Mobile as redONE in 2012, or redone, as we like to say. We redid the company, so redone in 2012. Still, our main USP was having the lowest postpaid plan in the market for $2 8 ringgit. $2 a month, you could have a postpaid, no contract subscription. And as you can see from the slide, our revenues have grown, a slight dip in 2017 when the market went mad. But since then, we've managed to do double-digit growth, 28% last year. But even though our subscriber growth has remained flat at about 1.2 million postpaid subs, we've managed to move people from $8 ringgit plans to 28, 48, and now 58 and 68 plans. So when you first start out as a cheap budget postpaid provider, people are willing to give you a try. I think our penetration rate in Malaysia is upward of 140%. So multi-SIM, everyone has more than one SIM. And once they tried you out as a secondary or even third SIM, they gain confidence. They then migrate you up and become their primary SIM. So which is why our revenue continues to grow robustly. We've added more value-added services on top, unlimited social, unlimited video, unlimited music, all for an additional top-up, which people have been subscribing to, as the revenue has shown. And why we're very different from ID Mobile or even UDO and all these digital MVNOs is that we rely on direct selling. We rely on an army of 15,000 individuals who go out and sell. So we appoint these normal dealers, which we call neighborhood centers. We have around 2,000 of them, physical locations. Some are exclusive, some are not. They are multi-brand. And we also have 100 what we call premier shops. But these guys, their main role is as a stockist, recruit and train individuals to be our agents. And as you can see, we paid out 90 million ringgit last year. So our commissions have gone up just as our revenue has gone up, because we did three things differently from the existing telcos in Malaysia. The first, of course, is allowing individuals to sell postpaid. Now, in the past, if you wanted to sell a postpaid line, you needed to see a utility bill, you needed to fill in forms in triplicate, and you had to sign a 1 year or 2 year contract. So we turned it on its head. Anyone could sell postpaid. The second was we enabled them with the first paperless postpaid registration system, what we call MREG. So the customer can just tick what they want. I know it seems very quaint now, but believe you me, back in 2014, this was groundbreaking in Malaysia. And so you have a IC card reader, and they just scan the IC, and they sign on the tablet, and Bob's your uncle, the SIM card is activated. So this allowed our 15,000 individuals to sit by the roadside, outside a bank, wherever, doing roadshows and signing up people wherever, whenever. So this was revolutionary at the time. And the third thing we did differently was, instead of giving our dealers, our agents, a one-time upfront incentive, we gave them a very small upfront incentive. And instead, we give them a recurring share of the customer's bill every month, forever, as long as the customer remains a customer and continues to pay their bill. So what this resulted in is we have much less fraud, because dealers defraud postpaid telcos all the time by signing up fake customers, taking the money and running away. In this case, there wasn't much to be made up front. The other consequence was we have very low bad debt, because unless the customer pays the bill, they're not going to get their commission. So they will chase the customer, hey, please pay the bill. And you also tend to get good, legitimate customers instead of those who intend to defraud you from the start. So those are the three main things that have enabled us to grow to 10% of the postpaid market here in Malaysia today. And because we have a very low entry plan, 8 ringgit, we also see a lot of prepaid to postpaid migration. So nearly half of our customer acquisitions every month are actually prepaid users switching to postpaid for the first time with redONE. But we recognize that there are limitations to our model. There are limitations to the Malaysian market. I think 1 or 2 million will be the max. We've got 2 other active MVNOs here, and collectively we have upwards of 3 million subscribers. 3 million subscribers in a 40 million subscriber market. So there are limitations. So we began diversifying, and now we have our Red Mall, where you can buy devices. We don't source them directly, we just range them, and when you order them, we will order for you. We're the only MVNO to work with a credit company, so you can actually buy a phone on hire purchase and apply via RedONE's Red Mall. We sell Red Care, we sell health insurance, we sell car insurance, and we bill the customer for the premiums in their postpaid bill and pass that back to the insurers. What this means is our dealers who also get a percentage of the bill are getting a percentage of this insurance premium as well. And so we're just adding more and more products for our partners to sell that are non-telco. And the commissions we receive from all this are already in the 6 figures, and this is despite doing this for less than 6 months. We also sell credit cards. So if you want to sign up to a HSBC card, a UOB card, you can apply via RedONE, and you get additional benefits if you are a RedONE customer. And so the point of the right-hand slide of this is, yes, you can go online and buy all these things through our website, but you can also walk into any of our shops. Any of our individual agents can also upsell you a credit card, riding on the license to do so that we procure. So we've given our partners more opportunity to sell rather than just postpaid services. So that's how we're diversifying our products and services. The second one is digitalization of how we go to market, how we recruit our partners, and how we onboard customers. So people say, hey, Farid, the way you guys do through individuals, human-to-human selling, this is incompatible with the digital future. Well, sure. But the question I always ask these people is, when is the last time you clicked on a Facebook ad and bought something? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is going to be never. Whereas, if over Christmas you go back to your hometown and your cousin rocks up to you and says, hey, have you heard of RedONE? You say, no. What are you using? Oh, I'm using Celcom. Well, hey, why don't you try RedONE? It's only $2 a month, and you'll be helping me out, dude, because I'm a RedONE agent, and if you sign up, you'll help me make some money. You're much, much more likely to give it a try than a Facebook ad, whom we should boycott, by the way, but that's a separate discussion. But so how do you find our agents? So the first thing we've done is we are Uberizing that. So if you download the app and then you say, I want to sign up, just like a Grab or Uber, our nearest agent can decide to accept that request and arrange to go and meet the prospective customer. Where there, they will explain the plans, explain the benefits, etc., and sign up the customer on the spot. So that's step 1. Do not underestimate, not everyone is tech savvy. Not everyone knows how to compare 5 different telco plans to see what's the best value for their usage, but our agent will meet you and he will explain. The second one is the whole eKYC thing. So right now you have a couple of providers in Malaysia who provide full digital onboarding where the customer can do their own eKYC. Now, if we went this way, we would disintermediate our network of dealers, which we don't want to do. So what we're doing now, we're putting in place a digital platform whereby when a customer says, hey, I'm interested, they can do the eKYC, but the SIM card will be sent to them not by us, but by a nominated dealer. So this way, the customer still gets an agent who is responsible to help them with any issues they may have, who they can follow up with any questions, and also in future for bill payment, for SIM replacement, they will have a dealer assigned to them, even though they did their own onboarding. And similarly, we want to enable people to do this omni-channel. So you can go from our Facebook site, you click on something, I'm interested, within there, you can eKYC and onboard yourself, choose your phone number, your preferred number, and get assigned a dealer who will then send you your SIM and support you. So I'm anticipating someone asking me, so what about eSIM? What if there's no physical SIM involved? What are your dealers? Why do you need dealers? Why do you need to pay them? Well, we still think that person-to-person selling is very important. So when eSIM, we're in the midst of implementing eSIM, And all our dealers will have their own unique QR code. So it's almost like business as usual. But instead of doing a roadshow with a backpack full of SIM cards, they'll have a roadshow with a smaller backpack with just a QR code. So once they've convinced the customer that, hey, redONE is the way to go, they sign up the customer, they will just tell the customer with an eSIM capable phone, please scan this QR code. And so that way we can still identify the customer to that dealer and continue to pay the dealer commissions based on acquiring those customers. So again, we don't disintermediate them. We still use them as our army of marketers and salespeople on the ground. And so in the past, when you sign up agents, they have a shelf life. Some of them end up becoming very successful, and they sign up with thousands of lines, and they earn a very good income. We're not MLM. We don't promise you'll be a millionaire and you'll have a Ferrari, but a 5-digit passive income, 10, 15,000 ringgit a month is very doable. But those who don't quite work out, they drop off. So it's a constant process of recruiting new sales agents. And this is typically done through physical seminars where they come, they listen to our scheme, they listen to our plans. But we're moving that all virtually. So you just need to download, if you're interested to become a redONE agent, you download the app. Within that, we will do the training, the e-learning, how to refer your friends, all communications, new product comms, new commission comms will all be via the app. And we can monitor your performance and improve through data analysis. And once you're certified, you can start selling. And all that's going to happen virtually moving forward. We hope to launch this by August. So we're trying to still maintain a bit of our traditional model while modernizing it. And MCO, our movement control order, was a huge wake-up call. We saw our sales drop from 1,500, 2,000 lines a day down to 100, 200 lines a day. In fact, we were scratching our heads. How are our dealers still signing people up? And what they were doing was just doing Facebook marketing, Insta marketing. And when the prospect said, I'm interested, they'd give them a call and mail them the SIM card. And we loosened our rules around the customer actually having to sign the MREG to sign up. They could just email their IC pictures. But it's not good for the long term. We need to have a proper official digital onboarding process that our dealers can comply with. How are we adapting? Again, recognizing that Malaysia has a limited potential. We launched in Singapore last July. Hi, Ahmad. I believe our colleague from M1 is on board, is listening in right now. He's been messaging me. Hi, Ahmad. We plan to launch in Thailand in November this year. That's been delayed because of COVID. And also the Philippines before the end of this year. We'll be buying into that market. And the goal is to have a single ASEAN SIM, so multi-profile. Wherever you go, you will be using local data charges. Now, here in Malaysia, when we first launched back in 2008, we actually used a homegrown postpaid platform. But as the years have gone by, as our subscriber base has gone up, we realized that we need to change and adopt a kind of best of breed and also add in an OCS instead of just a BSS, because we are also doing prepaid now. And to expand to other countries, that's why I'm here today, because we selected MDS to be our vendor for Thailand and potentially migrate over our existing Malaysian operations and as well as Singapore and the Philippines. So yeah, if you have regional ambitions, I guess you need to go with a regional capable player, or players at least. And that's our ambition, to be the biggest MVNO in ASEAN. Our strength is our network. Yeah, that's me right in front there, rallying the troops. These are our top 1,000 dealers whom we invite to a big casino on a hill every year. And that's it. Thank you very much. I hope that was informative, or at least not boring.